I'm back.
You're back? I think we're all back, except the layout's probably messed up. I'll be right back.
No, it looks like OBS is fine now. I think we are back here.
Are you on stream?
I'm just checking right now.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to redo
The layout?
the hangout code.
Okay. Should I just stop the stream for a sec?
No, you can just keep going. We're good, fam. We're just trying to figure this out. Everything wants to die today on us.
Nothing is working. Everything is horrible.
Nothing is working. Everything is bad.
My internet's still... Roll20 is still not working on my laptop here. God.
Okay. Well, worst case scenario, you can just roll from here. Okay, let's figure this out. Alright, I'm going to hang up this call, and we're going to get another one. I'll be right back, fam. Go answer my call when it comes up, please.
Okay.
Well, I'm just going to link it. Now I have to put Discord back up. Hey everyone, we love you. We just have to figure out how technology works. Because it doesn't, apparently. It doesn't work. Of course, on the day that we start a new show, right? It's gotta do this shit to us. It's gotta do this to us. So, let's get a new hangout call going. Worst case scenario, we're just gonna stay on Roll20. Copy link. And then we just gotta make sure we got Hangouts going, guys. Hold on 1 second. Minimize Discord. Get everybody that link. Of course, things gotta happen. After we had all of those hosts happen, like, just, my life right now. By the way, it was my first day on the job. There we go. There's a hangout link for the fam, so let's get them up. Alright, we got Jamie up. Jammy Jams. We got Nick.
You call me Jeremy if it'll make it easier.
No! We got Nick pretending to be me.
Jammy.
1 second. Alright, and I think everybody's up. So let's get
I'm using my data on my phone to stream.
Okay, that might help a lot.
Yeah, let's see how long though.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you do?
Okay, so now we just gotta get the Hangouts on here. Okay, just gotta get OBS believing in us.
I'm gonna go grab my tablet and use Roll20 on that because my desktop's not behaving.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as I got you guys on cam, we're good to go.
Looking good.
There we go. There we go. I got this, fam. I got this. And we're streaming. It says we're green. Just make that smaller.
Yeah, I think we're...
Yep, it says we're green. Okay, I think we're back in business. For reals, y'all. For reals, I think we're back in business. If we lost people, I'm sorry. But we're back in business. I'm going to put OBS down. I'm going to get Hangouts up. I'm going to get Roll20 up. Let me just do a double check on this. No Discord. Oh yeah, we're up. Alright, let's do this. Okay, hot stuff. DM's back! Let's go!
Take 3.
Cool. So we're gonna try this nutty thing once more, and hopefully Roll20 starts behaving on my laptop, which it's not. Really?
What?
Roll20's the internet's just like not working on my laptop at all.
Do you want?
It says it's not even like connecting to.
I would restart your laptop.
Okay, that's gonna take like an hour.
Oh, do you want me to do your rolls?
No, that's fine. I got it. It's all
Okay.
good. Okay, so.
Get this man some dice.
There's some right here. Look.
We're good. We're good. All right,
Okay.
so we're gonna start this again. I think Jacob's still grabbing his laptop, so we did Andy. We didn't get to Jamie for introductions. All right, there's Jacob. All right, Jacob, let's try your introduction once again.
Alright. I don't know how far I got, but so I'm playing Tibber Na. He's a deep gnome mystic. Mystic's one of the new Unearthed Arcana classes, so I'm pretty excited to try it out. So Tibber used to be a monk. He had the shaved head, had a tattoo on his head, and he started being able to control some of the elements, pretty much everything for Earth, when he was at the monastery. So he got kicked out, and now he's around. He's going around adventuring and trying to figure out more about his powers.
All right, very cool.
Cool. And now me.
Now Addie.
Hi everyone, I'm Val. This is my channel.
It is.
I'm I'm playing as Ryu, a Azamar sorcerer monk. She's kind of a weirdo, but I mean she might actually not be so weird compared to everybody else here. She was raised in a monastery. Well, not raised, she was just like since she was 12. She doesn't like being touched. She just wants to be people, because she was never people before. So yeah, that's you guys will just see. Okay, well, go ahead, Nick, take it away, buddy.
All right. So I'm sorry. Just give me one quick second here. Because I don't have my map and it's hard to remember all the names I wrote down because I'm a dummy. I really should have thought of this beforehand.
It's okay.
Okay.
Nobody's stressing out. We're just playing some D&D.
I know. I'm stressing out because I'm like, work!
No, nobody's stressing out. Wink, wink, you know. We're fine.
I can't get the pixies to do their things. Alright. Okay, well, I'm not having any luck with old crap top here, so...
Do you want me to go get my iPad, or?
I'm just gonna do that thing where I open up this little computer I have at my hand.
It's true.
Did we, except that's not working either, because... God, the internet is being bad right now. I have no idea what's happening.
And knew we were gonna put a show on today is what happened. Like, it was just like, hey, we're putting on a show, let's fuck things up. Like...
So, I'm sorry guys, I can't connect to anything to get anything. So this is kind
Do
of...
you need my help? Roll20 is on the,
It is, but I can't access any of the stuff I have right now.
I'm logged in as a GM on your computer, though, so you should be able to access it.
Well, I'm trying to get like the maps and everything that I have saved. That's on my laptop. That's on Roll20.
Oh, okay.
You know.
You're of the mind, hun.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna turn off Wi-Fi and see if I can go that way. Did I send it on Discord? The map?
The world map?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, we said
There
on
it
the
is.
Discord, and
Perfect.
it's on the page.
All right.
we're on.
Okay, so let's get
Right.
to this now that we finally figured out our internet problem. Okay, so all of you are part of a small mercenary company. I say mercenary, you're essentially handyman. You do any and all jobs that come your way. You, however, are more prone to picking up the contracts that involve weird magic stuff and violence, because all of you have a certain talent towards either magic or violence. Anyways, you are in the capital of the small kingdom of Taram, the capital of Burnos, and your boss, quote-unquote boss, is there handing out contracts for the day, Terracamu. He's a very large, very intimidating, possible orc bloodline-related man. And he's growling out to the few fools who have come before him who are complaining about their contracts before literally throwing them out the door. Now it's your turn. He says, it's you weirdos. Alright guys, so I've got 3 left for you. Alright, first one, some sort of easy job. Somebody says they're being haunted. They're probably crazy. It doesn't pay much. You know, the usual. Next contract is somebody says that there is a necromancer raising an army of the undead taking over the kingdom. Again, crazy. But we're getting paid to check it out, so a little bit better. And then third option, again with the crazy. Down south, there have been reports of rodents of unusual size. And they want it investigated and, you know, exterminated. So I guess you're pest control at this point. So guys, what's the choice? A, B, or C? They're all crazy.
Rio's gonna look to her new, I guess, friends. She met these people on a boat when she got here. Like, essentially. And she just, like, gives a little shrug. And she's like, what do you guys think? She looks at, Yayla. She's like, you like rodents, don't you?
No, I'm offended that you think that. Why do I gotta like rodents? Because I got a forked tongue or something?
Yes.
No, that's not
It's
how
kind
this
of
works.
racist that you think the snake person just likes rats.
I wasn't gonna take it there, but like, it's okay. Let's just move
Everyone's
on.
thinking it.
I don't wanna focus on that.
And Victor's making a note of this. Interesting. Would have assumed that was a common staple of your diet. Personally, I am not interested in anything as mundane as the undead. At least the rodents offer it something to study.
And large rats are probably pretty tasty.
Oh, they're gonna shake him again! As soon as he
I wasn't
starts
interested
talking,
in his opinions anyway.
as soon as
He
Jacob
really
starts
just
talking, he just dies.
Hey,
he's back.
So, keeps kicking me for
One day.
Did you guys hear me?
Yes.
We heard you.
Large rats are probably pretty tasty too.
Deep Gnome likes rats.
I don't ever want to eat a rat again. I've done it before, and it's not very fun. But
I have
if you
also
want to
eaten
study
rats. I mean, they're just meat, right?
just take the rat thing, I think that we've
Delicious.
talked about it enough.
Alright, so you guys kind of like do a little huddle, and you all basically come to the sentence of rats? Rats sounds good. And Terracamu just kind of shrugs and says, alright, well, rodents of unusual size it is. So, just to the south, there's, Rat Lake. just a stupid name. I don't know why they don't call it Beaver Lake. The peasants. Anyways, it's like 2 hours away here. You know, I don't really have much other information on the contract. You kind of just like read through the scroll. Like 3 or 4 people said they saw them. One person says he was turned into one, but got better. I got size reports from my neighbor's annoying dog to almost as big as a horse.
Oh wow.
So I'm gonna guess cut the difference, and you're looking at something about, you know, yay high, and he pretty much puts his hands about like 3 feet tall. It's a big rat. It's a very big rat. Yeah, so he hands you guys the contract. And, this one's paying, looks like, 40 gold pieces for that one, plus 5 a tail for whatever rats you kill.
Is that 40 a piece or?
No, 40 altogether, plus 5 per tail collected, which is pretty good for, you know, a rat killing, which are usually only just paid like 1 gold a tail. If that, it's usually like a couple copper a tail. But these are rodents of unusual size and quite dangerous, so the price is a little higher.
We just know that they were around the lake, huh?
Yeah, that was where the report is. There's a small artificial lake made by a beaver dam just a few miles south of the city called Rat Lake, because people apparently can't tell the difference between beavers and rats. Again, peasants. At your walking speed, should only take you a few hours to reach there, so you should be there just in the early afternoon if you leave now.
All right. And I'll look around at everybody and say, I guess we're gonna kill some rats for money. Money's nice.
And if we have time, I would like to conduct an examination on that gentleman that said that he was turned into a rat and got better.
Yeah.
I mean, is he simply a were-rat, or?
I think he's probably just crazy.
Then no one will miss him.
There is that. All right.
Well,
So
know where this crazy man is? Like, does he have a house near there or something?
no, it's just some random person in the city who probably has never even been to this lake. Again,
okay.
literally just some crazy guy who just wanted
Fair
to feel
enough.
important.
Doesn't everyone?
We lost Jacob again.
We lost Jacob again.
Oh,
I'm still here.
Oh no, it's
Oh,
just
okay. You
camera's
just
turned
took
off.
your video off to. Okay, excellent.
Yeah, my data's just getting destroyed right now.
Okay.
That works. There we go.
Okay, so if none of you have anything else left to do in the city, then you all gather your equipment and head south. It's a relatively uneventful walk. It's a nice stroll down the road, which leads to a dried riverbed. The first sign that you're in the right area. You follow that east up towards the large wooden beaver dam made of,
We
you know,
do?
made of various, you know, sticks and stones, other things that beaver dams are made of. I don't know, I'm not a beaver dam scientist. Anyways, and you are at Rat Lake, which is a relatively small, barely bigger than a pond. However, it seems a little weird at this time. While it was a nice, sunny, enjoyable walk down here, it seems like the minute you stepped into the area, all of a sudden there's heavy, low-lying fog. There's dead trees standing all around the lake, even though there shouldn't be any. And it seems to have gotten significantly darker. And now you have to begin your search for the rodents of unusual size. So,
probably. Or no, what's your name? I'm sorry. Price, Mr. Price, Dr. Price.
Doctor.
Apologize.
Dr. Price.
I have I know another doctor, or I knew another doctor at once. Not
Well,
important
you can
now.
just call me Victor. The doctor seems to have been taken away with the rest of my credentials.
I see, and that's unfortunate. I still recognize your expertise here, Victor. So, are you familiar with hollowed ground? This seems like something we might be dealing with.
No, my study is more in the physiological effects of magic, not really the casting of it.
Well, I'm pretty familiar with curses, and this place looks cursed. Just from a first glance, I usually just don't see creepy fog and dead trees, and I mean I can't prove it, but I'm working on a theory, you could say.
Well, would any of you like to roll your investigation or arcana or even religion if you think that it is, desecrated ground instead of consecrated ground?
I think it's a swamp.
You think that this fog's kind of creepy, but you have no idea why.
Well, that was to the GM, but GM could
An
see
arcana
that.
of 12.
Not much better. Yeah.
Okay, so for a 12, you can tell that there's something not natural about this. Like, you get that feeling in the back of your neck that like there's something vaguely related to magical nonsense happening here, but you don't really know much else than that. Other than this definitely had some wizard had their stinky fingers in this.
Ugh, wizards.
Maybe there's just spellbook lying around. I'll let my friends know that I'm pretty sure. Like the more I look at this, the more certain I am that this is not normal.
And Val, you are like, that's a cool beaver dam.
I've never seen a beaver. Like, Rio's just gonna kind of go up and, like, pick up a stick and poke the beaver dam with a stick because she probably has never seen a beaver dam
And you're like,
in her entire life
and
before.
you're like, I wonder if a wizard made this.
I wonder if a wizard made this
I
dam.
I don't
you-
recommend trying to structurally damage the dam.
I'm not trying to damage it.
Just
If
poke
I
it
was
with a
trying to
stick, man.
damage
Is the
something, you would
definition.
know.
Jacob, do you want to try any investigation, nature rolls, etc. for that?
I'd like to do an Arcana check. I'm pretty skilled at Arcana. The only problem is I can't access roll 20 right now. So if you can control my character and pull it for me.
I can't.
I can do it.
You can do it?
Yeah, give me a hot minute.
Alright. Addie can do that.
Do you know what your mod is, Jacob?
It's either a 5 or a 6.
I got
Probably
this. I got this. I got this.
I'll just-
You're doing an Arcana?
Yeah.
Yeah, Arcana check.
It's a 6, by the way.
Nice.
Woo! Alright, well, Tiber definitely gets it right because he can tell that this area is not desecrated ground, but it's been affected by dark magic of some sort. Essentially, magical pollution has pooled in this lake and is affecting the surrounding areas. Hence the darkness, the fog, the feeling of unease, general unease that happens here. And you believe that far farther upriver is probably the root cause, but not related to where these rats are or where they came from.
What kind of terrain is this? Is it like a bog type thing?
It's like a pond, so it's sparsely wooded, kind of marshy.
Okay. Okay, well I'm gonna tell my compatriots what I had figured out.
All right.
Magical pollution.
Fascinating.
Can you, Addie? Can you roll me a insight for Jacob.
Okay.
And I think we lost him again.
You rolled a 9.
Okay. Well, we lost Jacob, so that's funny again.
Message him just like I'm hanging out down here.
That might
Alright,
be.
we can do this. We're 3. We're 3 strong. We fine. Let's go.
Okay, so yeah, just message. There, okay, so Jacob's back. All right. So Jacob, I had Addie roll an insight for Tiber just to trying to figure out what type of magic this is,
Okay.
and unfortunately, you can't quite pinpoint the type of magic, whether it's transmutation, necromancy, alteration. It's one of those three. It's either transmutation, alteration, or necromancy, and an evil version of one of those, and somebody's experiments are what is causing this effect. But that's all you can sort of figure out from your investigation.
Okay.
Oh, I simply must speak to whoever is responsible for all this. Try to keep them alive while I talk to them, or at least find their notes.
Should
We'll get him
we
talking.
just go talk to the guy who made the contract?
Oh, well, it was... If you look at the contract, and several people complained, essentially, to the city guards who assigned the contract.
I
Okay.
just want to look around for maybe some. God, I'm not good at this at all, but I'll try to look around for some sign of rats, like some or tracks or.
Okay,
drop-ins
so if
or-
you have anything related to that, nature or tracking or...
I'll be all right at nature. I'll try that.
A nature one would work just fine.
Hey, how about that?
Hey, how about that? You spend about 5 minutes before you find, all the evidence you need. Fresh droppings, tracks,
Ugh.
going off into the distance, like not too far away. And you
Easter.
count, just in that one spot, at least 4 individual tracks.
I'll motion. Come on over here. Check this out.
And the other thing
Sure.
is, those tracks are definitely rat prints. And they're also about 8 to 10 times larger than any rat you could have ever imagined. They're huge. They're large dog-sized footprints.
Oh, wonderful.
Rats get so large.
I've seen some big animals, but not rats this big. Let's be careful as we follow these tracks, and I'll go ahead and just prepare myself for any rat contact. My hammer out.
All right, so the trail leads south by southeast around the edge of the lake towards a more densely brushed area. If you decide to head that way right now, it's going to be quite difficult going as the terrain is not favorable at all. It's heavy marsh, dense wood, lots of annoying brambles. And I'd like all of you to make agility saving throws, please.
What? Nothing like that exists. What version are you playing?
X or.
Like, does it dex save?
Oh yeah, dex
I'm
save. That's
guessing.
what I meant. You gotta forgive me. I'm still like a third and 2.5
This
edition.
is Jacob's. And
Is this save of magic in nature?
No.
it's just, yeah. I rolled your save, though. And this is mine.
Okay, so everybody except for Jamie makes it.
Or your life.
So, as you slog through this marsh, essentially, you have to avoid tripping over stumps, crashing through brush, and you actually manage to catch your
hard time.
foot on a submerged root and fall directly into a bramble bush.
Not cool.
And it is
That's all.
excruciatingly painful for you to extract yourself from that. And you take 3 points of damage from that.
If I notice I'm having trouble walking, I'm going to activate my mastery air focus.
Your mastery of air focus. Alright, does that let you, like, float on the air? No, he's dead. Again. He's dead, Jim.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of new to this class, but if I like use, I believe I can do this. This might help me. I'm gonna try and summon a little bit of magic to soften the fall. If I rolled an 11, would that save or no?
Would you roll a 7? That wouldn't save you.
All right, yeah, plus 4
Because it would
help.
give you a +4 against the saving throw, and that would only put you up to a 9. And, yeah, no.
What? That put me to 11. That would be 7 plus 4.
Sorry, 11.
Plus 11.
Actually, you're right. Sorry, I'm just really bad at math right now.
It's okay. We've had a frantic afternoon.
I've had a bad day. Okay, yeah, so...
You're
All
also,
right,
like,
so-
thinking about a million things at once.
Yeah.
So.
So actually, you do fall into the bramble tree, but instead of just trying to pull yourself out, you instead essentially burrow through the mud and crawl out of it. So you didn't take any damage, but you are thoroughly mucked.
Ugh. I'm very unpleased about this. I got.
Alright,
Right,
and Tiber is quite
arm
literally
dirty.
just like stepping on top of the mud without sinking in like a dirty elf.
But he's a gnome.
But he's a gnome, and it's really weird.
This place is disgusting. It's like wiping.
He is
Mud
the
off my
only one
shoulder.
of you who's probably not like waist deep in mud.
Reminds me of home.
I mean, are there any things that I could, like, climb through in order to, like, not step in the mud?
If you're following the tracks, you're pretty much the
So, wait, hold on a second. I'm just trying to get a visual. There are tracks in waist-deep mud.
Never seen tracks in mud, hun?
Yeah, I'm a swamp creature. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm not saying the mud is waist deep. I'm saying you guys are like mucked up to the waist at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to have these clothes laundered or burnt after this.
And you could climb the trees, but you're not 100% certain if they would even support your weight. They're all unnaturally dead and or rotted at this point.
Okay.
Anyways, it takes you guys way longer than you would have expected to follow the trail towards wherever this nest is. And by the time you get there, the dark, almost swamp area has become darker and foggier, and all of you, with the exception of the gnome, are dirty and miserable and not at all enjoying this contract. If you could please make me a perception roll. All right. Just waiting on Addie and... Oh, there's Jacob. Hey, you got it working.
Yep, and I got mine up.
All right, so everybody with... Actually, well, not everybody. Jamie and Ryu both notice that you are not at all alone at this point. And you count about 8 reflections of eyes. 8 pairs of eye reflections closing in around you in the swamp.
I'll say, be ready. We're surrounded.
Yeah. So the rats do not catch you.
Walk through the swamp.
You've quite literally stumbled into the direct middle of where they would make their nest at this point. You notice that the unusual size description was a little bit underwhelming. The largest of these creatures is essentially a rat version of a bull mastiff, while the smallest could easily be mistaken for a pet dog, if not for the long tail. Like you all to please roll your initiative.
Yep.
And I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way because I got my computer's still not working. So I got 5 Andy.
Goodness gracious.
I didn't send my initiative roll to my token. Sorry.
Yeah, I forgot to do that too.
Don't worry about it. It's all fine.
The downsides of playing on a tower.
Yeah. Okay, so jammy.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's just quick. He gets to add his int to his initiative.
Wow. Okay. 5 Tiber at 3, and we're just waiting for Val right now. That's ridiculous. That's it's almost as good as the Bard's ability.
What do they get?
They get to add half their proficiency bonuses to their initiative.
They get Jack of all trades on their initiative.
Yeah,
Or
it
is that
applies.
just like a-
Yeah, Jack of all trades also applies to initiative.
Huh, that's cool.
It is very
I haven't
cool.
played a Bard except for once, and it was a while ago.
I didn't realize that it did apply to that, so just waiting on Addie. I don't know where Val went to.
Who knows? Don't know.
I think she just went to the bathroom, so we'll just wait a second. And in the meantime, give me guys 1 sec. I'm just gonna grab a pair of dice because this is annoying.
You're gonna have to hear. I don't have like full headphones.
I should have decent dice.
People all in the same room.
Okay,
We
so
made it. I don't know how it looks on the
It'll look so weird.
looks a
on
little
the other
weird.
thing. In fact, because there's only like a couple of cameras, I'm gonna just go readjust the cam real quick. The
We are struggling with technology today.
It's always a struggle.
I just want to readjust layout.
You just want to readjust the layout real quick?
Yeah,
Okay.
It has to.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you sit down?
I would like to sit down.
Sorry.
Hey fam, how's it going? Your favorite person here ever. You can also type right here and roll. You can also type from right there and roll. Like it's active.
Yeah. But there's other stuff I don't want to see people. I want to see them to see my rolls right now.
Oh, okay. I
That's the
gotcha.
thing, yeah.
I gotcha.
Because I can't do initiative.
No.
Let's not do that.
Let's not do that. Sorry guys, just for new people who are gonna jump in.
Yeah, we want them to not be confused.
There we go. That kind of works.
Okay.
That kind of works. We got this. Oh man, hopefully this will eventually get better. You have all your books
I do. I just need you to roll initiative for me, please.
for your monsters?
You to roll initiative for yourself.
Oh, for myself. Okay.
We're waiting on Ryu to like zone back in.
I am rolling initiative for my monsters here, the old-fashioned way.
I recommend.
I
it
have to roll
faster.
initiative for myself.
So much faster to roll actual dice on the DM side.
It's true. Alright,
Uh,
there's mine. You got yours rolled?
Yep.
Okay.
I know how nice it is to have everything set up though, and then have it all crash and burn in
Do you
front
have
of you.
like a mic on yours or headset that you would like?
That's part of DMing.
Yeah, I think that might. So that way you can get in the hangout call at least.
Won't it offset the performance?
Oh yeah, well.
Okay, so Ryu has a initiative of 13,
Congrats.
which puts her there in the order.
Okay.
All right. So, as the rats encroach upon you, you see that not only are they giant as they cut through the fog just essentially highlighting their base figures, but as they cut through the fog, as they advance towards you, you see that their features are also twisted and vile, and obviously, if it weren't for the size alone, they're not natural in the least. Their teeth are too large, their fur is almost spiked, they have bony protrusions from their legs and back. These things are quite clearly evil as their red eyes gleam at you, and they look hungry. Alright, Jammy, you are up first. What is your order of business?
Delicious. He's going to go ahead and
splitter?
he's surrounded. He's going to cast. Where is it? There it is. Armor of Agathis. I'm going to pull out some little vial of water and sprinkle it over my head. And you'll see some
Am I gonna have
frost
to do it again?
form around me.
Alright, Armor of Agathis. You gain
Yep,
5
so I got-
temporary hit points, and if a creature hits you with a melee attack while you have these hit points, the creature takes 5 cold damage. That's a great spell to use.
And that I will try to like clang my warhammer on my armor and just kind of attract some of the rats over to me. I want them to try and hit this armor of Agathis on there if they're dumb enough to try and attack me while I have it up.
Alright, so is that basically your bonus
That's my
action?
whole turn.
So you're
Yeah,
just going to use your bonus action to try and essentially intimidate them or provoke them?
Sure. Yeah.
Alright, let me just...
I can roll.
Let's do a quick roll here. Ooh.
You need me to roll anything?
That
Well, nice.
that plan might have been good, except it seems to have worked a little too well, as 5 of these large rats start making a beeline towards you.
That's not good.
Alright, which brings us to the first of the rats. Ugh. There we go.
Oh my god.
Does a 24 hit?
It would, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. It's my big baby. So yeah, you'll see.
You're just like, yeah, come at me, bro. And then the rat does, and you're like, no.
It jumps at me and I just hold my hand out, and it just like gets knocked away by force.
You noped out of that one. So yeah, the rat bounces back into the muck and stands up, shaking the mud off its back and snarling at you. Okay, so that brings us to the next one, who is going after Tiber. And charges in to try and gnaw at Tiber's legs again with a 24. These rats are hungry.
Oh goodness.
Does a 24 hit Tiber?
It does.
I hope to God it does.
Yeah. Awful.
If it doesn't, he's the tank now.
The tiny little gnome is the tank.
And that rat just leaps at you and starts gnawing at your shoulder, attacking you for 5 points of damage. And I need you to please make a saving throw. Constitution, please. And
These,
as
go
you,
ahead.
as you essentially shove this rat off of your shoulder, you immediately start to feel ill, physically and spiritually almost. All right. That brings us to Val. This is your turn now.
Okay, so I'm gonna go after this rat that is apparently the size of the gnome.
Pretty much. It barely had to leap to get out of his shoulder.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with it, and I'm gonna zoom on over as zoomy as I can, and I'm gonna get it first with a quarterstaff.
All right, roll. That definitely
And
hits.
That hits for 11
For 11
bludgeoning,
bludgeoning damage.
and then I'll go burn my key point and flurry of blows that guy.
All right. 19 hits as well.
All right, that's one, and here's my second one. And I'm assuming a 9 does not hit.
9 does not hit, but you did 16 points of damage, so that rat is been pummeled to death anyway. So, would you like to describe how you dispatched this rat?
Okay, so like I, as fast as I can, move over to the tiny gnome, and I pummel it with my stick, and then I just like go and like grab it with my hand, and I rip its head off.
All right, that is one dead rat.
Ooh, how delightful.
And unfortunately for the rest of you two, that's like the rest of the rat's turn. Jammy, another rat runs towards you.
Bring it on. I can take him.
I think a 7 misses.
Mm.
And then this one
I've got my
runs
shield out.
towards Val and goes to bite your leg. I'm assuming a 9 misses. Okay, another one goes at Jammy.
Yeah, no.
Oh!
It's a 20 hit.
It does. I'm surrounded. I'm overwhelmed. They will take 5 cold
Ooh.
damage.
Okay, so that one bites your leg for... takes a chunk out of your leg for 6 points of damage. And it takes 5 damage back as well.
You'll just see the frost dissipate. I do take some of that damage
Okay.
to my leg, though.
You take, like, what, 1 point of damage, I think, after that?
Yeah, like 1.
Okay.
Just 1.
Yeah, because you get the 5 temporary. Okay. So you... It would have taken a big chunk out of your leg if it weren't for your magical armor. As such, the rat recoils, shrieking back as the frost burns its mouth and actually breaks a few of its teeth. This, unfortunately, just seems to make it more angry. As another one comes up from behind to bite you. I think it's
Ow.
24
Oh, no.
hits.
You're gonna take all of this damage. Yeah.
And this
no.
one goes directly for your ass.
Oh, my ass.
For 6
He wouldn't
points of
say it.
damage.
He's cool. He's calm and collected.
And please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I
Bite
will
my
say,
butt!
if
Break
this
my
is poison, I am immune to poison.
It's not
and being
poison.
poisoned. Okay. I just wanted to just make sure. Ah! Whatever it is, it's bad.
The exact same thing. You feel the same as Tiber. You feel ill both spiritually and physically. But as such, you are not taking any penalties. Which brings us to Andy.
Oh, well, I'd like to think that I had mage armor cast from the moment we got here. So I am backing away and casting Firebolt.
All right. Which one are you going to cast Firebolt on? Because all of but 2 of the rats are currently engaged in combat with the rest of the group.
I'm going to aim for the ones that, I guess the one that just bit him on the ass. That one,
Okay.
it feels like that one should die.
Okay.
So only 2 points of fire damage.
So you roughly singed that one. All right. And do you have any other bonus actions you'd like to take?
No, unfortunately, I don't have anything that can work as a bonus action. So
All right.
I'm just backing away, throwing fireballs.
So
or
you're gonna
just
start
throwing-
like moving just further away in general from the rest of the rats.
Yeah, I want that group to be in the middle.
You
of
want
the rat
you need a
pile.
meat you need a proper meat shield is what you're saying.
Yes.
All right. So
3 of them will do.
you're
nice.
essentially gonna like use about like half of your movement or so just to get a little bit further away.
Yes.
All right,
yes.
just to get out of the range of the rats in case they decide that you look tasty.
Yeah.
Great.
As long as I'm on 120 feet, I can throw that firebolt. So
Which works out well because one of the rats basically starts chasing you as you start backing away,
damn it.
but doesn't quite make it towards you. But is kind of essentially separated on his own. Which brings us to Tiber. 1 second, can't hear you. There you
As
go.
a bonus action, I'm going to switch on my Mastery of Fire.
Okay.
Will that get posted?
Yep, that posted.
Cool. So I get +2 damage and all that jazz. And I'm going to take the cue from Mr. Price and start backing away from these rats as well. So I'm gonna move my full 25 feet, but sort of like space myself out.
Okay, and you do not provoke anything right now because the rat that attacked you is dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, like, my eyes are just going to light up with fire in it, and I'm going to target the rat with that's chasing Mr. Price or Dr. Price,
Thank
and I'm going to shoot mind fire at it.
All right, pyrokinesis for dummies. Let's go. Is that a 10 to hit?
That is a 10 to hit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Here, sorry, I'm still picking what level. I'm casting it at.
Okay. Oh, I see.
So
It's an
DC
automatic
14
hit.
Constitution save.
Right. Ugh, I'm so bad at this. Oh, that rat does not make that.
So it's 6 + 11 + 2.
Okay, that rat. So, as Dr. Price makes a strategic withdrawal from the fray, you're panicked that one of the large rodents of unusual size seems to be hot on your trail is short-lived as it spontaneously combusts, leaving behind a extremely charred corpse. And
Do
that
try to leave me something to study after this.
there is nothing left to study of that. That thing is extra well done.
Try to be a little more cautious in saving my life next time.
That
I guess we're not getting paid for that one.
is- Well, you might be able to save the tail, maybe. Which brings us back. Okay, and that was the bonus action. That was your action and your movement. Which brings us back to Jammy.
Yay!
You are currently being gnawed on by 2 rats, and it's not a pleasant situation.
2 rats, and then how many other? If I like do like a quick once around, how many rats are not gnawing on me, are like hurting my friends?
So there are 6 of the rats left. 2 of them are engaged with you. One of them looks like it's sizing you up for a quick meal, and the other what, 3 are currently trying to make meals out of the rest of your group.
Okay, well, I'm engaged with 2, so I'll go ahead and get a ring. No, I'm just kidding. I'll throw my hammer at him. I got, or not literally throw, but I've got my warhammer. It's made out of a giant's tooth wrapped around a stick or something.
Yeah.
Just like, you can study this one, and try and clobber it on the head. And here. Ignore the curse damage because I'm not cursing it right now.
Was that a 10 to hit?
Yeah, I don't think it hits.
No, unfortunately, as you make a big old swing with that one towards the rat, it literally just darts to the side and you hit nothing but muck. And you get a little bit in your eye, and it's just, again, you just hate this area so much. You hate the swamp. You hate...
I mean, I'm from the jungle, and I'm probably not happy to be back in a humid, wet place. Like, I was so happy to get out of there. Like,
You tried, but yeah, that did not work. These rats are quick. They're
Alright.
big and quick. Do you have any bonus actions that you'd like to take?
no, I'm good. I'm the war wizard, right? So I'm
Alright.
glad to be in the shit right now. Pardon my French.
Okay, so which brings us back to one of those rats, who is going the same one that not the same one that burns you. Okay, it's a different one that's attacking you. Does an 11 hit?
No.
So you finally get your footing proper and dart out of the way of this next rat's attack. And Val, it's your turn now. You're still muted, by the way.
I'm gonna go ahead and go to Yalish to lend him some support.
All right.
I'm gonna go at the one that went after his butt,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go whack it with my quarterstaff. I think.
Yeah.
Come on. Did it go?
Might be lagging.
It might be
Yeah.
lagging a little bit.
Hold on. Just gotta rejoin Roll 20 real quick. It went through.
Oh, never mind. That's
That was me rolling.
Roll. That's. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. Quarterstaff. 15.
Oh, that hits.
Alright. For 9 bludgeoning, and then as bonus action, an unarmed strike right after.
Oh yeah, that
This
hits.
is, I'm assuming, hits
Oh yeah.
for another 4 bludgeoning damage.
So 13 damage altogether.
I love to hit 'em all.
So your strikes send this rat flying back into the muck, and you're pretty sure it's finished as it lies there twitching until it gets back up and quite literally shrieks at you. It's still going. You're not sure how,
I
but it's still
shriek
alive.
back at it. Like-
And you ah!
Like, if it's gonna shriek at me, I'm just gonna scream back at it. It's on, motherfucker. Let's go.
All right. Okay, so if I remember correctly, that's the rat. That's the same one. Yes, the frostbitten one that's attacking Jamie. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Critical fail. Does he fail again? No, he doesn't fail. It doesn't bite his tongue off or anything. Alright, so that next rat just slips in the mud and face plants in front of you before it has a chance to go after you again.
That's good.
Which brings us to Andy.
Okay, I am going to well, backing up even more, I am going to firebolt the one that Ryu just beat up.
All right.
And I do believe that would hit.
Yes, that absolutely hits.
I mean, my damage is terrible, but
It's enough to you smack in the face with a ball of fire, and that thing just finally gives up the ghost.
good. See, that is how you do it and preserve the body. You have to be
The body is
supple.
mostly fine. The face is a little melty, but you know.
As long as I got enough of
It's
something
the
to cut.
tail is the important part of this at this point, and the tail is fine.
If money is all you care about, but I am a man of science.
And then Tiber, one of the rats, goes after you. And I'm assuming Addy hasn't muted again, so I can't hear you. Yeah, so it hits. And that hits you for another 5 points of damage. And it is your turn. Yeah, just unmute it.
Is my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay, I forgot to mention that I have mystical recovery.
Okay.
So whenever I spend side points, I heal automatically.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
anyway, I've accounted for that.
Fucking mystics.
I was looking at that today. I was like, man, this is.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna look at the one that's right in front of me, and yeah, I'm gonna combust it again.
All right. So it has to make a con save of.
DC 14.
It does not make that.
Okay, so it takes 18 damage, and then 1d6 fire at the end of each turn.
Okay, well, that point is moot because, again, you have successfully immolated another Rouse.
And I hit myself.
And you heal yourself. So yeah, that's another one down. Which brings us to Jamie. It's your turn again.
Did Ryu take out the rat she pummeled? Still
No,
pushing.
but Dr. Price managed
yeah,
to
yeah.
finish that one off. So you're now just engaged with currently fighting 2.
Right. I'll try and wail on him.
All right.
Yeah.
There's the one that's the frostbitten one, and then there's one that is hasn't been hit yet that are currently fighting you.
I will. I'll try to aim that one towards the frostbitten one because I want to take him out of the fight.
Oh, that definitely hits.
All right.
And that
Still
hits
standing.
for how much damage? Just 4 bludgeoning.
Just 4.
Just 4 bludgeoning.
Yeah, how do you-
yeah, it's currently still going. So you smack it. You give it a good smack, but it doesn't look too phased by that hit.
Fair enough. All right. That's all I'm gonna do.
That's your action. All right.
Mhm.
So the other Rouse is going to hit you. Go for the bite. And I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah, I could burn my last shield, but I think I'm gonna save it.
All right. Just
Oh, I
for
can't
3
because I
points
have-
of damage.
I don't have a free hand anyway.
Yeah. Just for 3 points of damage that hits you.
All right. Ow.
And that brings us to Val. It's your turn.
My turn.
It's your turn.
Okay. I'm still screaming at a rat, right?
No, that one got murdered by Dr. Price.
I'm gonna give that guy the side eye. I don't know who he is or what he thinks he's doing, going after something that I needed to kill. But we'll talk about it later.
Okay, you have lots of opportunities because right now you're basically side to side with Jammy, and he is currently fighting the rats. One of them he has frostbitten and smashed with a warhammer, and the other one is just looking at A-OK.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go after the A-OK one.
Yep. All right.
I'm gonna go after him instead, though, with Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
And I miss.
And you miss.
And, I mean, I critically missed. I'm sorry.
Roll, please. Roll a d20.
Like, a d20. Oh, no.
Is your charisma mod 0?
Okay, no, you slip and miss, but you don't quite miss that badly, so... The rat counter with a "Don't tase me, bro."
Pretty much.
So.
And then I can't do any of those as my bonus action, so because that's not an attack, so I'm good. That's my roll.
Okay. That's that. Okay, so. This one is going to. One of the rats runs up and tries to bite you, Val.
Okay.
And I don't think a 12 hits you, so.
No.
No. Okay, and then the hurt rat goes after Jammy. Is a 16 hit?
Nope.
No?
I'm a shield
Okay,
up.
so you knock that blow aside. You're still good. Which brings us to Andy. Dr. Price, what is your next move?
Let's go with what has been keeping me alive. That's Firebolt the Frostbitten one.
Okay.
Or not.
Or not. So apparently these rats are learning because this one sort of sees that firebolt coming and he just ducks and covers and that just flies right over him. So
Starting to make more notes. Quick to adapt. Fascinating.
these rats are smart. Who would have known? All right. So that's that one. That's that one. Tiber, you get to act before the last rat. So it's your turn now. All right.
Yay. I'm going to shoot mind bullets at it.
That's telekinesis, Kyle.
Yes. There you go.
It's a
Does
DC
it do anything for you?
intelligence save.
Oh, great. Let me just do 1d20 minus 2.
I thought these were smart rats.
That's smart for a rat, though.
Not smart enough to avoid my mind bullets.
That's alright. Well, next time I'm gonna put you against freaking cranium rats, and we'll see who's smarter.
The real question is, do you have the power to move them?
Alright, so 7 psychic damage?
Yep.
Alright. And that's on which one? Which one are you attacking?
Whichever one everyone else was attacking.
Because there's one that's almost dead, the frostbitten one. There's one that got hit by a bolt of fire that's still going. And there's 2 that are still relatively undamaged.
Okay, then I think I went after the firebolt one.
The firebolt is one for 7
Yeah.
points of damage. Alright, so that's... Okay. So that one just kind of stands there and shrieks as it flops around, but it's still alive. Seems to have a nosebleed. It's weird. Right. And one of the rats sort of switches direction and charges at you, Tiber, and attacks for 18. Hit.
Yes.
Yes. So that's what you get for being weird. For 2 whole points of damage.
Okay.
So you're not coming out of this ungnawed, my friend. Which brings us to Jamie. Your turn now.
Yeah, let me smash this frostbitten rat that is not. Why won't it die? How hurt does it look? if you
Oh,
don't mind asking? Like,
it's pretty hurt right now.
barely hanging on.
It's barely
I'll try
hanging
to
on.
just hit it up. How's that looking?
14. Real quick, Addie, are we doing defender or attacker wins?
That's you, dude. You're the GM.
I go with defender wins because I think that's on the rules.
No, on the rules, if I roll 14 and his AC is 14, I will.
Oh, is it attacker wins? Okay, then let's go with attacker wins. I like that better. All right.
I mean, I'm not saying that just because that's.
No, I believe you. It's been a long time since I read that.
Look.
I always forget. Okay, so you do hit and you smash that. That is a flattened rat.
Like she said, though, you're the DM, so any calls you make.
No, I just couldn't remember if it was attacker or defender wins. So yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do.
Smashed rat.
You smash that.
Where's that rat?
So if you want to
It's like
describe
whack-a-mole,
how
isn't it?
you flatten that rat, you can go ahead. But he's
Oh, yeah.
dead.
It's just this big. I have this big tooth, and it just like cleaves right in his head, turns his like whole brain into jello. But sorry about the brain, but you can stay the rest of it.
Oh,
Okay,
there was
so-
that one that you decapitated earlier, so I have a brain.
Excellent.
It's still in my hand.
He's
like
just
it
still
as
just
we're
holding
all
it.
just
I would like
You're just like, yeah.
I've been using that free hand to bludgeon the other rats with it.
Okay, now the brain might be a little bruised.
It's a little bit damaged. Because you also have to remember, she did pummel the hell out of it beforehand.
I was hoping that I could combine like 3 of them and get one good test subject.
Well, you only have 2 rats left for this. Or sorry, there's 3 rats, and one of them is going after you, Jamie. So let's do this again. No, not you, Val. It's going after Jamie. It's lost its pack tactics, unfortunately.
That's good.
So it does not hit with a 13, I don't believe.
Oh, the shield in my hand.
Which brings us to Val. Now it's your turn. So rat lunges for you, but you just knock the blow aside with your shield. Val, it's your turn.
How many rats do we have left?
There is 3 rats left. There's one that is attacking Jamie. There's one that's attacking Jacob. And I think there's one that is going after...
Well, I'm right there next to Elish, so I'm going to go after that guy, and I'm not going to try and shocking grasp, but this time I'm not a very good sorcerer. It just happens to be there sometimes
Yeah.
when I'm really mad.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with my quarterstaff.
Which definitely
That-
hits. So, sorry, are you attacking... Because there's 3 rats within range of you.
The one that was going after my buddy,
Okay. Alright.
Galish. We listen. He was getting sick on the boat, and I gave him tea and showed him meditation tactics. He's now my bro for life. Until I
I heard
decide to run
medication
away.
tactics, so I'm just going to assume
Yes.
you just got him high.
Yes, okay. 4, and then
For 4
unarmed
damage?
strike for my bonus. A 10 misses, I guess.
10 definitely misses.
Okay.
So you send it flying a little bit back with the quarterstaff blow, but miss on the follow-up kick. And the rat kind of like snaps at your toes, but can't do much other than that. Which brings us to one of these rats. Just makes a beeline for it. He's gone. He's getting out of there.
He's running.
He's running.
We are pretty scary.
Yeah.
But like I
the,
said,
uh,
it's hard terrain, so he only made it about 20 feet away from you guys. Which brings us to Andy.
Oh, I am going to shoot at the runner.
Yep.
But apparently he is got
No,
cover.
you just have really bad aim right now. You don't think they're
He had cover.
Okay, he had cover. That's the excuse. He had cover in the open part of the field he was in. So you missed completely on that one. And do you have any bonus actions or anything you'd like to do?
No.
Okay. Which brings us to Tiber. It's your turn now.
Okay, so I see the one that's running away, and I am going to summon some water to drag it back to me.
All right.
So it's a DC 14 strength save. Nick, did you get
Yep,
that?
I got that.
Ooh,
Oh,
you got that.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, no such luck, my friend.
Okay, so
Well, actually, it takes half damage from that, doesn't it?
yes, so it's so what happens is it takes half damage, but it isn't knocked prone or pulled closer to me.
Okay, so you just so that's 13, so 6 points of damage.
not too shabby. How many points you got left?
So that thing is not looking good. It's at this point it's less running and more limping quickly away. Which brings us to the rat that's currently going after you. You, Tiber. But I don't think 11 points of damage hits, or 11 for attack hits,
Nope.
so you are safe. Which brings us back around to Jamie.
Yes. How far away is this rat that's running away from us?
It's about 20-ish feet away from you. You are
Okay.
currently still in combat, I believe, with one rat.
Could I reach it if I ran? I mean, I'll take the attack of opportunity, but could I reach it if I ran to it?
With your full movement, you'd probably be close enough to hit. If you want to provoke.
Yeah, I'll provoke.
You'll provoke? Alright.
Turn my back on this one rat to catch this other one. I want to get all these
Well,
tails.
you got lucky because it misses. And you haul ass and catch up to that runner.
So I'll be using this. Oops, that's not.
That's not
the
the
right
one.
thing.
That's not the right one.
No. I am using that, but that's the damage. I meant to click the actual spell. That's just a cantrip, but basically, I'm running up to this, and I'm gonna swing with my hammer, and if it hits, which I think it does.
Oh shit!
I'm just going to go ahead and we can skip all the rest of this because that rat is...
Yeah, you see some like thunder, like come out of my hammer, all very Thor-esque. Right on the head. Sorry, I get excited.
So that takes 8 bludgeoning damage plus 5 thunder damage, or is it the thunder damage?
No, that's only if he moves.
That's only
so
if he
might
moves.
still be standing.
Well, it's regardless because he's not moving because he is now flattened.
Okay, yeah, that's for
That
future reference.
is a
If they move after I do
Very
that.
dead rat. So you essentially go all Thor Ragnarok on this guy, and
I just watched that last night.
great movie,
What?
great movie.
Bring the hammer down.
But I digress. Yeah, you have Mjolnired this poor bastard, and there's one more flattened rat.
Excellent.
Which brings us to the one that you ran away from, which is going to go after. Not Ryu. Yeah, Ryu. It's going to go after you, Val. There we go. And does a 14 hit?
No.
No. Alright, so that one snaps at you but misses completely. Then it's your turn.
All right, it's gonna come after me, and I'm going to pop it in the face.
Alright?
24.
Yep. For
9 bludgeoning, and another 14.
14 hits. Attacker wins. For 7.
7.
So this is another one you managed to pummel into the Shadow Realm, essentially.
With still the dead rat's head in my free hand.
Yeah.
I'm just I haven't quite let it go yet. Now I do though.
Yeah, listen, you have shown the benefits of excessive violence.
Quite
That is another
admirably, I
dead
might add.
rat. With the power of truth, harmony, extreme violence, and love. Alright, this is another dead Rouse. And what's his initiative? So that brings us to Andy. Dr. Price, it's your turn now. There's one left.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay at my safe distance and keep doing what I'm doing.
You just do you, and
Nothing productive.
which is lots of sound and fury, but no real action for that. So
I am
they're
getting
gonna,
critiqued from the back row.
they're gonna send you back to baseball training because you cannot throw, my friend. All right, no Super Bowl ring for you this time. Okay, so you again throw and miss completely, which brings us to everyone's favorite psychic gnome. Tiber, your turn. There's one rat left.
How's it looking?
Fine. He's the only one who hasn't taken a hit so far.
Okay, well, in that case...
Oh god, you and your psychic rolls.
So it's a DC 14 con save. Yeah.
Which it doesn't make.
And it takes 27 points of necrotic damage.
Actually, necrotic damage?
Yeah, necrotic.
Always love it when the DM says, "Well, actually,
Yeah.
actually,
Refer to my materials.
actually, what?"
Sorry
I'm
guys,
honestly-
just making some quick rolls here, don't mind me.
I want to know.
I'm hearing a lot of rolls.
I know, right? That's weird.
Okay.
Just shut up.
So, as Tiber casts his necrotic spell, or necrotic ability on this last Rouse, the thing shrieks as it withers into essentially pale flesh-covered skeleton and drops to the floor. And all of you think you are finished with this fight and have to go about with the task of collecting the tails. Until you start hearing bones snap. And you see that last necroticized Rouse get up. Except it looks bigger. And the bones under its withered skin seem to snap and reform as it takes shaky steps to you, growing inches at every point. Until at this time, it's no longer the size of a dog. It's getting to the size of a horse.
Nuh-uh.
And it's not getting smaller. It's not really slowing down its growth either. As it reaches you, Tiber, it's gone from about 3 feet high to about 9.
I would just like to point out that this is not necessarily my fault.
No, thank you. This is good. Try not to incinerate this one.
Okay. And Tiber. Oh.
Rest in peace.
Are you gonna roll? I'm
You're
just
fine.
regretting not taking those cleric levels now.
No, I'm regretting not going to Path of the Immortal, which lets me, like, resurrect.
Please
Uh-huh.
make a... What would it be? Strength saving throw.
We don't have our druid, so we don't have any heals.
I have a
I
keypad.
have some
Oh
talent.
yeah, you do. Never mind.
Mhm.
Yeah, you guys have some stuff, I'm sure. I don't have anything though.
I am a doctor.
Excellent.
But if I can't resurrect you, can I dissect you?
Okay, so as you kind of just look up at this giant monstrosity and been like, I think this is probably my fault. You don't really notice its tail lash around and smack you square in the chest. As it sends you flying about 6 feet backwards, knocked flat into the mud. So you take 7 points of damage and you are knocked prone. Okay, so... Jamie, it's your turn now.
Yeah, wow. So I will, as I turn to see this monstrosity, I will go ahead and be like, I'll kind of like hold my hammer up in the air and like mutter some foul incantation under my breath, and I will put my Hexblade's curse on this big thing. I'm just full of surprises, and I will run as close as I can get to it. I don't know if I'm in range, but I will run towards it, kind of yelling. If I can get to it, I'll attack.
You can probably get to it with your full movement.
All right.
That's a cool ability. I like that.
Yes, I'm a war wizard and a hexblade, so I can do all kinds of weird stuff. Going to use my I did it again.
Did it
Going to
again.
attack with my giant's tooth. Probably doesn't hit that.
12 does not hit though. So
All
you go up and you go to swing, and it just kind of bounces off the leg of this thing, and
Like,
you're just
hammer.
and kind of you get that stinging in your hands. You're like, okay, I gotta swing harder at this. But that was unexpected. Which brings us to that was your bonus, and then that was your action. So, unless you have anything else you'd like to do, that brings us to Val. It's your turn now.
All right, so, I'm gonna whisk around it to where it's in my range, but my companions are not. Because I'm gonna try and see if I can't knock this guy down. And push him back some. He needs to make a con save. Let me ask for you. Why is my spell attack so low?
He makes that.
He makes it? Okay.
So he takes half damage and is not pushed. So he
I'm gonna
takes
Fucking curse.
3 damage.
Like, what the shit, dude? My magic is just not doing well. And I mean, yeah, I don't really have a bonus action that I can do after, unless, yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah,
Well, he still takes damage from it. He just takes half damage.
Okay. Yeah, so he takes half damage as you basically make a thunder wave, and everyone's ears are ringing a little bit, but again, a whole lot of sound and fury, but not much result from that, unfortunately. Which brings us to Dr. Price. You're actually relatively okay. That was a loud clap, but you're far enough back that you're actually fine.
Okay. I've only got the one long range attack, so let's burn a hole in him.
All right, this time you hit because this is a very large target. So
Yes.
roll that damage for me, please. So 4 points of damage. All right.
Would
So
love for that to have been better, but I'll take what I can get.
yeah. So this time you're just like, yeah, I think I'm gonna stay back here. It's nice and not dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Nothing is eating me today.
Exactly. And that thing definitely looks like it has the hunger of ravenous undeath to it. Oh, what was that? Sorry, Val, can you check? It looks like we just got a donation. I don't have my...
We just got a sub.
We just got a...
Sinister Seal, who do you want that Wild Magic Surge to go to? Oh, I gotta send you the link, Nick. To that.
Oh yeah, just put it on my Hangouts.
Yep, I'll give you that real quick.
Sinister Seal.
If he's not, then you get to roll like a d4 because there's 4 of us to figure out who gets it.
Yeah.
David, who does it go to?
Is that another one? Sounds like another
Was it
one.
a T-Rex?
Yes, there's definitely another T-Rex.
It was Jamie!
Yeah. Figured out. Before I forgot.
Okay, Sinister Seal says that we can choose. So, Nick, go ahead and roll a d4 to see who it affects. 1, 2, Annie 3, Jamie 4.
Alright.
And then I will get you that link real quick.
4.
Jamie.
Jamie.
Oh no.
Need 10,000.
Okay, actually, well, can you send it to me on Discord? Because apparently
Can I send it to you on? You want me to send it to you on Discord?
Discord, because
Okay.
for some reason my phone's not working.
There you go. If not, I can look it up for you.
You might have to look it up for me. Apparently my phone doesn't want to work right now.
Okay. Go ahead and roll, Jamie. Your D10,000.
Oh gosh. 10,000. Alright,
6791.
is this the one that's happening to me?
I've done it before.
Yes. Because that was the first sub, and I think the second sub is,
So Sinister Seal did the first sub, and Jamie, you can pick who you want the next one to go to.
You guys hate me if I pick the rat?
you can't do the rat.
Did I pick the rat?
Sure.
Oh, if that thing gets even bigger,
Let's make this a little interesting. Not to
it's
say
pretty
not
dang interesting now.
Yeah, I know it's pretty interesting, but we kick it up a notch.
Oh, okay. So, Jamie, your skull cannot be breached by non-magical means.
Excellent. This is what I've always wanted.
All right.
Good.
Sorry, Doc.
I'm sure he's got some kind of magical screwdriver in there.
And go ahead, Nick, and you roll that D10,000.
Oh, I can always find a way.
I'm thinking that's not going to stop it.
Or he goes to the eyeball. 8124. I love it when they get high numbers.
I seriously don't know what's going on with my phone. Why it's...
What happens to this rat? Watch, it's a really good thing.
It casts Arms of Adar at 9th level.
male nearby cannot close his mouth.
Roll that D4. Or that
Well, a D3 because I'm a lady.
I'm out of.
Hey, I never said it was one of you guys.
That is true.
1 second.
I looked at your character and I did not know.
Ha! That's not one of you guys.
Okay,
All right.
that's terrifying. Okay. Thank you guys for those subs. We're getting paid.
Thank you very much, guys. All right. I'm just gonna restart my phone because it's being dumb, and I can't connect anything on it. So that's perfect. Everything is breaking down here. At least the computer's still working right now. I mean, knock on wood for that. So sorry. Who was just going right there? That was. I think we just put Andy.
Maybe its teeth will fall out.
Wait, what? I missed it. Because I can't see the chat window right now because nothing's working.
Ark was like, maybe his teeth will fall out because the last surgery made her roll. Had her teeth fall.
Okay, so sorry. Whose turn were we on? I think we were on.
I don't know.
Yeah. So Victor Price went last with a firebolt, which brings us to T-Bird. It's T-Bird's turn right now.
Okay, so I'm assuming I'm prone right now.
You are prone, yes, and 6 feet
Okay,
away.
I'd like to drag myself out of this mud.
So you finally got muddy.
Yeah, and I'm not very pleased about this. I just got these ropes pressed and cleaned. So I'm going to back the remaining movement I've got away from the rat.
Okay.
And I figure that fire has been working so far, so I'm gonna shoot it again. So, oops. It keeps doing that. It's a DC 14 con save.
DC 14 makes it.
Okay, so
On a failed save, the target takes.
half as much damage and doesn't catch on fire. So that's 19. So 8 damage.
8 damage and it's not on fire.
Oh, sorry, 9 damage.
9 damage and it's not on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that much health left. Okay. And any other actions for you?
Yep. Yeah, that is it.
Okay, well. Val
Yes, I was
apparently did not like that loud noise, so. It's going to go and bite you.
Okay.
12.
Misses.
Okay. And then it claws at you.
Misses.
Damn! Okay.
I'm a limber monk.
Alright. So that was the monster's turn. Brings us to Jammy.
Ooh, Jamie's mad. I'm gonna try to use Booming Blade again. Is it still next to me? I'm sorry if I was.
Yeah. And then Ryu is just sort of a couple feet on the opposite side because he was trying to use the Thunder Wave on it. And then Dr. Price is quite a bit away from you, and Tiber is like 20-ish odd feet in front of you.
And on the
So-
ground.
No, he got back up.
Okay. I mean, he's only 3 feet tall, so.
The difference is
Where to
negligible.
go?
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and swing it. Oh my god, what?
There you go.
Yeah,
Someone
boy!
hit these things.
Yeah, so that's 7 or 10, yeah, 12 total, plus I'm using Booming Blade, so if he moves willingly from the spot, then he'll take 1d8 thunder damage.
So 12 damage.
12 damage, yes.
All right. And
Die again, please. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. And he does try to do a tail strike on you, but you kind of duck out of that one. So you're okay. Which brings us to Val.
Alright, well, my magic's been kind of shit, so fuck that. And I'm gonna whack at it with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
13 hit.
No. 13 does not hit. So you go to strike it with a quarterstaff and it kind of bounces off the hide.
Okay. Let me see real quick. I'm just seeing if I have any other. Nope. What is that? Nope. Okay, well, I guess that's it, fam.
That's it for you right now? Okay.
Mhm.
So your quarterstaff blow did not quite work very well. But hopefully Dr. Price will lend some assistance.
Yes. Let's see. No, he does not.
But yes, if you're expecting help from the doctor, the good doctor will disappoint this time, unfortunately. So you miss again with the firebolt. Unfortunately. Right. And are there any other actions you'd like to take?
Nope. Nothing that's productive.
Nothing productive right now. Okay.
Start double checking my abilities. But
It might be time for a different spell. Just gonna throw that one out there. Tiber, which
that's my
brings us
best
to
long
you.
range spell. Everything else was for up close.
Come on in.
Is it my
Water's
turn?
fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that? Tiber?
Is it Jacob's turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna move further away from the rat, but I'm also going to cast this little thing in its mind. So it actually, in the description, it doesn't have a roll on it, so I assume I always succeed on it. So I'm going to project a big piece of cheese off in the distance in this rat's vision. Like a giant piece of tasty ass cheese.
Okay.
That's interesting.
And that's your action. Alright.
Yep.
Okay.
Can we all see, or just the?
No, just the
rat?
target.
Just the target.
Okay.
It's just gonna see this big block of cheese.
So
Where's Maru?
so unfortunately for Tiber, he was under the mistaken belief that this rat hungered for rat food. And it wasn't having the hunger of the undeath for human flesh.
For human flesh, you said?
Humanoid flesh. You guys will do fine. And how convenient. Jammy's right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, because I run a little bit on the cold side, so maybe I don't look too fresh.
Alright, so first of all, it's going to bite you.
No, please.
I don't think 13 hits. No?
Nope.
It's a 16 hit.
Nope.
No?
Not with the shield.
Ooh,
No,
you got lucky. Alright, so...
I'm a warlock that wears medium armor and uses a shield.
So you managed to block the monster's attacks this time. Which brings us to Val.
Okay, I'm
Sorry,
gonna
one sec.
try and... I guess I was losing my focus, so I'm gonna find my chi again. And I'm going to, quarterstaff him.
Okay, one sec. We just got some biddies, it sounds like.
We got biddies?
Can you check?
Not Blinn just hosted us.
Oh,
Thank
Blinn.
you, Blinn.
The host. There you go. Thank you. Alright, sorry. Continue. Quarterstaff. Let's do this.
All right, yes, quarterstaff. Bam. 21 hits
21 definitely hits.
for 6, and then I'm gonna go ahead and flurry of blows it. So I'm gonna go with 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay.
Guess that one hits.
21 hits.
Yes. For
Okay.
7, and then I'm assuming 7 doesn't hit. I missed that one with my foot.
Yeah.
Those are my key points.
So 13 damage altogether.
Yep.
All right. So you attack. This time you actually get some impact behind your strikes. Do a little bit of damage to this thing, and it kind of shrieks. Except it doesn't sound like a rat. It sounds like the rusty gates of hell slowly opening. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
Myself.
You, yes. Actually, that would be a wisdom saving throw for everybody.
Oh. Are you
Okay.
sure I'm not out range?
No, you are definitely in range.
And is this magical in nature?
This
Yeah.
is, yes, magical in nature. I guess.
What?
I consider
Okay.
it magical. So Ryu, you're fine.
Lower monk.
Oh god. With advantage, that was and proficiency. That was bad.
Oh no.
Okay, something's way off here, guys. That can't be happening this
I
often.
will use my reaction to give myself +4 with my arcane reflection. So I have a 15.
So you have a 15? How long does your arcane reflection last for?
I can use it as a reaction every round.
Oh, okay. So you have
It's really
15.
ridiculous.
Tiber's got
Just gonna
14.
say.
Ryu has 20. And Victor Price, is that an 8 or is that the 15? I don't know if you're rolling an advantage.
That's
or
an
not.
8. I
Just
don't
an
have
8?
advantage. I just didn't.
Okay,
run it off.
so you are feared for 2 rounds. So for the next 2 rounds, the only actions you can take are to move further away from the creature causing the fear. And you can try and retake your wisdom saving throw on the start of your next turn.
Okay.
All right. The rest of you are not quite so intimidated, but it was close for you, Jamie. It was real close.
I fear nothing.
So that brings us to Andy, actually.
All right.
Imagine
Speaking of
that.
that,
You
you
roll
can-
that wisdom.
yeah, you can do that wisdom saving throw again. Oh, hey, you're okay.
So does that mean now I can firebolt it?
Yes.
Or okay.
Yes, you can. You can't, actually.
I
You
swear
can't-
next level I'm
you-
making a good
You
attack spell.
could, quote unquote, could firebolt it, but you can't.
Yeah, in theory, I can firebolt this thing.
It's a sound theoretical practice.
I have
Okay.
so few spells at this level. I took the wrong ones. Or I want to save them.
Okay, Jammy Jams, why won't this thing die? Victor, can you explain this to me?
Because someone infused it with necromantic energy. That is my hypothesis.
Unfuse it.
Okay. Val,
Yeah.
I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Okay.
Oh, I need to make it work.
Hold on. Hold on.
Hold on.
Yes. I'm gonna add 2 D4 to that. I'm using it was essentially my divine soul.
Okay.
I'm gonna add it. So I mean, it's like at a 12.
And 3-1. Okay, so the giant monster swings its bony tail and hits you in the head
Mm-hmm.
and sends you flying 6 feet back for 6
Okay.
points of damage. You're knocked
Okay.
prone.
I'm knocked prone. Okay.
All right, Tiber. It's now your turn.
Alrighty. How's it looking?
undead. That's to say that you can't really tell. It looks like it's starting to somewhat come apart at the seams, but it's also just, maybe it's doing that quote unquote naturally. Yeah, you don't know. Doesn't look great.
Okay, my DC 14 int save Mind Bullet.
Well, you're gonna like this saving throw, Jacob.
Max damage on that.
So yes, it takes the 10 psychic damage from that.
Alright, I'm gonna move to 60 feet away from it.
Okay. Probably can't get quite there. I'd say about 50 feet. But, close enough.
Yeah.
Enough that I can't get towards you. Which brings us to the monster, which is still... It's got a bone to pick with you, Jammy.
I don't have any reactions left.
I think a 22
no.
hits.
Yeah, it does. Ow.
That one hits you for 6 points of damage.
I'm still standing.
And then it follows it up with
See me
claw.
buckle a little bit.
I don't think a 14 hits.
Thank goodness.
So, all right, that's its turn. It's now, actually, no, I decided against that. Okay, it goes for the tail attack on you this time, but misses, so you are safe from that one. Now it is your turn. So you take a savage chomp from that rodent and are smart enough to duck the next two attacks from it. So it's your turn now.
Okay, let me double check my spells, make sure there's not anything fancy I wanted to. Nope. I will go ahead and put my Warhammer away and cast Armor of Agnes again, my last spell slot.
All right.
And that's going to give me 5 temp HP, and then I'm done.
Okay, Val.
Yes.
Now's your turn. You are 6 feet away from the creature and knocked on your ass.
Okay, well, I'm gonna spin my movement to stand up,
Okay.
which I'm monk, so that's only 20 out of the 40. And because she kind of got hit and knocked down, it's really knocked her out, and she's going to sorry guys. Her radiant consumption is gonna take hold. And she is just like, her eyes catch on fire, and like she catches on fire, and everything in a 10-foot radius is gonna start catching on radiant fire.
No, radiant damage.
Yes.
Should be good.
What will probably be its bane.
Yeah, so starting at 3rd level, you can use your action to unleash the divine energy within yourself, causing a searing light to radiate from you, pour out of your eyes and mouth. So, like, we thought Homeboy was going Avatar here. Let's be real.
So.
Yeah, so,
You, in a 10-foot radius.
So essentially, it's in a radius. It's taking my level worth of radiant damage.
Half your level rounded up.
Yes.
So, 2 damage.
It's taking 2 radiant damage.
So, you can do that, and then in addition, Once on each of your turns, you can deal extra radiant damage to one spell.
Yeah, it's also an attack. I missed type that it's a spell and an attack. I can do radiant damage too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you gonna take any other parts on that?
It's a full action, so I'm just gonna unless you want to let me use an inspiration point to make an attack on
You
him.
guys don't have inspiration points yet. 'Cause
Okay.
We just started.
So anyway, I'm gonna
delightful.
split this between the two of us.
And luckily, Jamie, you are far enough away that it's just really bright.
All right.
Andy, Dr. Price, please save us.
Let's hope that I can. Come on. Focusing the spell. I have to get it through its eye.
Hey!
At least I got it in the body somewhere.
It's a great shot.
And 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. All right. So a solid hit for a low level spell, man. I'm not gonna knock that one. All right.
I'm just reminding myself, if I had been using real attack spells, I would have wasted them all by now.
But you also would have gotten hit really badly, so.
Yeah.
All right. So you strike it on the side with a good fire blast, which brings us to T-Bird. It is your turn now.
It's your turn.
All right, I am going to. Oh, it keeps doing it as an attack. Well, that's so annoying. Anyways, it's
The Constitution save.
DC 14 con save.
Hey, it fails both of those, so
Thank you.
What's happening? Oh,
it actually takes the full damage. So it takes what, 15?
15 damage, and then it'll take an additional 1d6 at the end of its turn.
All right. Now it's its turn. Jamie. Jamie. All right.
Well. Had my butt bitten today.
You are in for a world of hurt, my friend. Actually, maybe not.
I built him to be as tanky as he could be for a wizard and a
Well-
warlock.
This thing is also not doing super great with the rolls. Nothing.
I'm alive!
So as this undead gigantic monstrosity that is currently on fire is going after you, your main reaction is just to like
I have
remember
barricades on my
you
shield.
just remember the 5Ds. You are on top of the 5Ds. You dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge out of the way. And as it takes like a couple steps back to like look like it's gonna go after you again, it just falls over immolated. It's dead again? Question mark.
I'm just gonna start punching it to make sure.
You guys give it a few minutes and you poke it and you kick it a few more times, but it's it looks like it's done. It's not getting up
We're not
anymore.
poking and kicking it. Rio is ripping all of its limbs off as she like permeates radiant damage and just screams while it happens.
Okay,
You
calm
know,
down there,
I was
light bulb.
gonna do it, but you've saved me that trouble.
So yes, that was something.
Yeah,
Alright.
that was exhilarating.
But yeah, that's. I was hoping something like that would happen. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you. I had that like as like a very very extra backup plan, but you just went right for it and you like went exactly into like the key phase of kill one of these creatures with necrotic damage. Like not damage. I was like, if it's killed with like one of these two damage types, then something bad's gonna happen. And then there's just really bad rolls.
So Ryu's angel fire is gonna go away after she calms her tits. And just kind of looks at everyone, not really sure what's going on, and then looks at the dead rat and is like, is it actually dead now? The one she just dismembered.
Yeah.
Thoroughly, I should say.
So we're getting paid.
I think so.
For extra.
It's a very big tail. We could just chop it up and turn it into smaller tails.
I like that plan.
I'm walking around making anatomy notes. Now, the question is, where did they come from, and are there more of these things?
I'm like bleeding profusely, so I'm gonna sit down.
Oh, you need anything done to you? Are you gonna be okay?
I think I'll be okay. I just need.
Okay, this is
hot
far more
minute.
interesting than you are.
All right,
Go for
so if any of you would like to figure out what the heck happened with that last rat that turned into the monster, you can roll a Arcana check on that.
I have some theories.
I think I'll just let an Arcana one be that one. Wait for Tiber if he wants to roll that.
Yeah, you.
Tiber, you're just like, I don't know, probably magnets.
Yeah, you critical fails. Told about that.
It was probably
We're gonna have to have
magnets.
a long talk about what type of magics to use in the future.
So that earlier question that you couldn't figure out what type of magical runoff or experiments were this between the three, it was definitely necromantic runoffs. Somebody has been doing experiments near a water source, and these rats, well, whatever experiments they were doing, you essentially supercharge them with that necrotic energy.
He was able to figure all of that out on an Arcana check?
It rolled pretty good on Arcana. That's like your basic theory, is because you're able to piece it together with all the rest of the evidence.
He's a doctor.
As for where they came from, you're still not 100% sure on that because they look like they just mutated or magically transformed from your everyday woodland large rats.
I knew this was the right contract to take.
So that's a great bit of interesting knowledge for you to seek out later. That there's that other contract about there being a necromancer, probably not crazy.
I wonder if we were to. I am all for finding the source of this just for research, but if we take out the necromancer, do we get to collect both contracts?
Probably not because you haven't accepted the other contract yet.
Can anyone send our employer a message to accept that contract? I mean, again, I'm going for the research benefits, but might as well get paid along the way.
Well, you might want to talk to Camus first because you might be able to negotiate. Yeah, you might be able to negotiate a better deal on that contract, considering how much bullshit this one was.
I think we're getting ahead of ourselves. We need to get paid for this job before we start worrying about another one.
And possibly patch up all the parts of you that are missing.
Also that, yes.
Also
Where
that,
the
yes.
great voice in the sky is saying,
Oh, yes. I mean, but a literal pool of necromantic energy is doing this. This is
there's also a
fascinating.
literal pool of my blood on the ground.
You decline medical attention, so you're on your own.
I mean, if we just hang out for an hour, I can just roll some hit that. That'd be fine.
Oh, that's fine. I can spend an hour looking over these things. No problem.
Okay,
Rio walks over and just pats
yes.
your face.
Jacob, the answer to that is yes, and you're just not sure about what or what's going on. But you might want to go to
Would
a
a
temple or something.
medicine check help me identify what's wrong with them? I mean, I got that and Arcana, so...
You guys might want to try like a religion check, actually.
Oh, that's not me.
can do that.
Oh, Jesus, guys.
You're busy patting faces.
The radiant one. Everyone, the angel.
I'll check just for the heck of it.
You like try walking over to Tiber and like smack him on the forehead. You're like, "Get thee gone, Satan!" It really doesn't do much. Okay, so Elish and Tiber, you both figure out that whatever is affecting you is less of a physical ailment and more of a spiritual one. Somebody up above is none too happy with whatever happened with these guys, and anyone who's even vaguely related to this whole necromantic thing, they getting cursed.
I'm familiar with curses, so that would be I'd be like, we probably need to see a priest. I can't get rid of this.
Yeah, probably.
Do you feel like you're going to turn into a rat?
I'm not sure.
You basically just
how I
feel like you're just tired all the time.
I'm a little tired. Yeah, I'm not feeling so hot, Doc.
No, do you think you can push past it? Because pool of necromantic energy, man. Do you know what this could do for my research?
You know what? Just because you're so adamant, I guess we can look a little bit farther. But if we don't find anything, we're turning around and going to get paid.
Well, I mean, I do need you to preserve my life, so perhaps we should see about fixing this first.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna.
I mean, I would have had to run if any of you had actually died.
So, I think what would probably be best for the group would be for you to head back to the city, maybe rest up a bit before you finish. Go out investigating again, because that took a little bit of an unexpected turn for you guys, and you weren't quite 100% prepared for what went ahead. And not to mention that if you guys are actually dealing with a necromancer, things could get really ugly, and you might want to better prepare yourself.
Well, I mean, that's cool, but I thought we were gonna take a short rest.
Do you guys want to take a little short rest first? Absolutely.
Short rest before going back to the town and negotiating this contract? Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. All right, so y'all take a short rest, whatever your heals up and stuff for that. You guys just also sort of collect whatever tails you can scavenge from them.
If anybody needs me to use a medical kit, I can give you 1d6 plus 4.
You managed to get...
Ow!
Is the cat being a jerk?
Shit.
She does that. You managed to get 6 of the quote-unquote normal tails. That one that got immolated, it just turned to dust. And then you also have the giant, 3-foot long tail that just weighs as much as a freaking python.
I'm convinced we can get at least triple the price for this.
Okay, so, sorry, let's, damn it, I lost it again. Head back to Bernos, shall we?
Shall we?
Alright, so...
Yeah, we're gonna go make sure our friends don't keel over dead, even after a short rest. Like, I just found these people after leaving my last people. I don't want to have to find and have to deal with, socializing with more people, so it'd be really good if you guys just didn't die.
Yeah. Okay, so, guys, it's a lot easier of a trek back to the city of Bernos. The swamp almost seems like it's, marsh, more like, almost seems a little bit more inviting. Some of the, fog itself has started to clear off. It still does not seem overly inviting, but at least the trek out is not as harrowing as it was before. And after a few hours of travel, you are back inside the city at the quote-unquote Hall of Heroes, where your company resides. And you are bitching to Turk Hamu about a bigger price for that rat tail. You guys...
Surely we can get a few more coins for this.
I don't even know what this is. This is just... It's not a rat tail. I mean... Rat tail? Whatever this is. It's... I'm not paying you for this. No one's gonna pay you for this.
This is actually a rat tail. It is just a very large undead rat tail.
Another sub. I heard a T-Rex roar.
Ooh.
It was subbed.
I gifted a sub to Battle Grids, so Ark, you get to choose who gets a Wild Magic Surge.
Hot diggity dog.
All right, let's keep going until Addy tells us who's getting the surge. All right, so you're honestly expecting me to believe that you guys fought and killed a gigantic undead rat, and this is the tale.
I am going to cast Enhance Ability on myself, and I'm going to use a sorcery point to make it subtle, giving myself Eagle Splendor, so I get advantage on Charisma checks.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
So that I very charismatically explain to him exactly what happened. I'm looking for my Charisma now, which is, for some reason, I'm not seeing it on my sheet.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's missing off my sheet for whatever reason. Oh, no, I'm looking in the wrong spot. Apparently, even with my research notes, I can't do this very well.
Oh man. I was about to say, are you proficient in anything? Like, but it doesn't matter. You rolled a damn one.
I am proficient in Charisma. That was crappy.
Yeah, Cam
And
is
the
just,
thing,
he's just not buying
it
that one,
was at
man.
advantage with that.
So Nick, the Wild Magic Surge is going to your orc.
Camu? Alright.
Yes.
I hope he becomes an idiot.
It'll be something magic happens to him so that he'll understand that this is magical.
75, 18. The gods have spoken.
I want to see what this is before I respond to this orc man.
Oh,
Maybe I should
there we
have given
go.
somebody else.
Oh god, what is it?
The target's possessions burst into flame.
Oh my god. Oh,
I'm okay with that.
water. I'm
Me.
looking at Tiber and I'm like, can you put him out? Hurry.
Okay, so as you two are arguing, Camu's basically just like, you know what? I'm not buying this. You guys are just lying to me. And if I'm wrong, well then God will prove it. And immediately just all of his stuff just bursts on fire. And he's kind of just staying there for a second before he just like rolls on the floor and puts it out. And he gets up, he says, double?
I was thinking
Triple works.
Definitely triple.
And he's like, I'm just gonna get some new pants, and he kind of just walks off. So
So, who did do that?
everyone kind of looks at Tiber for a second.
God?
Wasn't me. Alright, I'll say it was me, but you don't believe it.
Well, aren't you a wizard?
Yeah. I don't have to explain myself.
You guys are actually like somewhat convinced it might have been one of the gods, maybe even the same one who put that curse on you. You guys are not liking this, getting a little weirded out. Anyways, after a few minutes, Camu comes back, still kind of charred, with fresh clothes on at least, and a bag of gold. And you guys have... Let's do this real quick here. Calculator. 6 times 5. 5 times 3. He's like, because I guess because it was probably like pretty bad there. Just here's a bit extra for you, and you all get around 30 pieces of gold. So you got that at least,
Nice.
which is a little bit more, definitely more than the contract would have given you. Anyways, so what exactly went on with that whole thing? Giant rats and then a giant rat. Like, that's weird.
Well, based on what I could tell, there's a necromancer whose power is just spilling out. It's getting into the local wildlife and it is altering it. And when these things then get hit with another source of necromantic energy, I am looking at you, Tiber, they mutate even further. Hence the triple-sized rat tail.
Just kind of like stares at you for a second. Speak
It's in my
English,
note.
Doc. We ain't scientists.
Ah, fine. I will put this into layman's terms. Bad magic make bad things happen.
Alright, seems fair enough. So I guess those people talking about a necromancer weren't crazy. Yeah, probably still were. Anyways,
Well, they'll probably see
Look, buddy. Hey, if you could, who said something about necromancers? Did you have information on necromancer?
yeah, some guy. One second. He's
We
out
don't wanna let
east.
this go.
Come on. There he goes. Let me just pull up the map real quick so I can tell you where he's from. Map.
Could it be?
There he goes. Yeah, some guy out from Odir. Head down south for a fishing trip or something. I don't know. He was bad. He was by went past Mad Mercier's tower. Was around that area when he saw some guy walking around with a bunch of skeletons. I just assumed he was drunk.
I do know some people who use skeletons as a fashion statement, but oh, you mean actual walking, not just decorating?
Yeah, I think the word's animated. So, I don't know. Like I said, someone out fishing, just assumed that they were drunk. So,
Well, the rat we saw was
You
very much animated.
You're not very bright, are you?
What my friend means to say is that you can put up a fight, can't you? I don't know. Let me try this.
That perhaps you should simply trust those who are intellectually superior to you.
alright, let's just tell you what. You guys go look at that necromancer thing. I'll give you guys he's kind of like pulls up his map and says, there's that old tower, isn't there? In the marsh? Yeah. He started looking at the map. Past that dusty shithole. Into the marshy shithole. There's all that
You
dead
just
shit.
described half the area.
That isn't very. No.
Alright, so here's the thing, guys. That lake you're at, you follow the river. You just keep going west and you keep going. You get to a little desert. South of that, there's some ruins. Just ignore them. Not worth it. Especially because you probably don't want to get turned into a statue. More on that later. Keep following. You keep following that. There's some hills. Stream runs through them. Follow that. Really shitty marsh. Somewhere in there, there's supposed to be an old ass tower. Apparently, that's around that area where the entrance to the swamp. That swamp is where the dude saw the walking skeletons. So that's the best
Point
place
of
for me to
clarification,
investigate.
please.
Yeah.
That old ass tower, is it actually look like an age posterior? Or are you just being colorful with your language?
Probably both. I don't know. The last person who saw that tower, I don't know, 120 years ago was the last recorded sighting of that tower because no one's been in there for that long.
Oh, wonderful.
Good to know.
Just no one goes out that way because no one ever comes back. That's why I don't send people that way. It's bad for business. Anyways, listen, you guys go look that up. I'm going to go talk to the bureaucrats, see if I can get a little bit more money for that contract. Actually make it worth your while this time. Yeah, I think I can get something good out of it for you guys. What do you say? You guys want to go to a place where no one's come back from alive and possibly fight an evil wizard? Sounds like fun. You guys will have a blast. Good luck. Just sort of leaves.
That
Well,
guy
this will be a fun excursion, but perhaps we should see about that curse you two are suffering from.
Yeah.
Yes.
That guy's suffering from multiple personality disorders.
So, like, he just kind of just, Cammy just kind of just, like, pushes the contract into one of your guys' hands and just walks away, sort of like, you know, you touched it last, you have to deal with it now. But, you know, at least he's pretty good to his word, and will probably end up getting you a good reward for this. So, yes, dealing with the curse would probably be a wise decision right now. Luckily for you, there is a temple in this city. There are a few temples, actually. What's her name? Mistria is actually the closest one to where you are, which is the Temple of the Goddess of Magic. So, hey, that's convenient.
Absolutely. I'll walk in there and ask around if any other priests or anything know any healing magic, or
Well-
just about anything about curses.
We'll ask him, is like, oh, well, how have you been cursed? What have you been afflicted with, my friend?
Ask my my friend here with the PhD.
And, it seems to be some sort of a necromantic infection from a rat that has also been necromantically infected.
That
Necromantic. Well, such things
Necromantic rabies is what I am going to call it.
necromancy hasn't been practiced in this area for hundreds of years. It's expressly forbidden.
Clearly, it is experiencing a revival of sorts. Oh, that's funny.
Oh man.
And the priest kind of just like looks really, really worried. He's like, "Excuse me for a moment," and he runs off to the back and sort of starts talking to someone who's in much more ornate robes, who seems to be the head of this church. And they're both just going at it. Like, you hear a couple of you overhear a few of their words talking about, you know, the end times and you're an idiot, and it's like they're probably just drunk.
Everyone thinks anybody who's
Noticing
a
a
necromancer
theme
is
with everyone's,
drunk.
assumptions.
But eventually the head priest comes over and says, "Alright, explain necromancy."
Okay, necromancy is when you try to animate the
I
dead.
know what necromancy is. I'm a acolyte of the goddess of magic. I'm well versed in many forms of it. But necromancy here is punishable by the wrath of the god, the goddess herself. No one would be stupid enough to try it here.
Clearly, you
Time
underestimate
out. If necromancy is punished by the wrath of your god, then why is it here?
And he just kind of looks at you, he's like, "It's a great question. One that I would be interested in finding out too."
Well, it just so happens we are accepting a contract, and we'd be happy to add your contract onto the current one. Shall we negotiate a rate?
Now, you're with that group, aren't you?
Well, I do need more research materials, and my colleagues do need to be purified some sort of way.
Alright, well, let's make a deal, shall we? I will contribute to your group. The church will heal your group of your afflictions. In return, you must come back and tell us everything that you find out about this foul magic.
Sure. I'll pull out my hand.
And he kind of shakes your hand. He's like, this is important. This could spell the end of everything around here if the superstitious ones are to believe.
Well, would you like to start reviewing my initial notes?
Notes?
And I take out my, the notebook I've been having on the rats. Granted, this is just a preliminary study over what we saw from the first batch.
He kind of like looks over it and flips through it and says, "Who was the idiot who turned it into a giant monster?"
I just look at Timer.
Does everyone start to do a slow look at Timer for that one?
In his defense, it was an excellent point of research. Something that I would not have been capable of doing. So he should be thanked for this unique opportunity.
You're welcome.
And then he should be scolded for his idiocy.
Right. Well, if you can try to avoid any such things in the future, but listen,
Well,
you must
don't learn
investigate
until you
this
try.
post haste. This is of utmost importance. Like I said, there are some superstitious people who believe that this could actually portend the end times here. But I mean, farmers say that when one of their crops fails, or a cow grows sick. There have been strange things happening lately, but I digress. Acolyte Joseph here will help you cleanse you of afflictions, and we shall talk later once you have figured this mess out. And he kind of just waves and walks back to his office.
The customer service around here is really lacking.
It's just atrocious. Anyways, so the Acolyte basically takes you to the back room, throw some holy water on you or whatever, holy oil, I don't know what they do there. Honestly, I'm not sure that they know what they're doing either, but you feel much better once you leave. Okay, so it's 9:40, and even though I'd like to run a little bit later with all the technical difficulties, I am a little bit running out of steam, and I'm hard pressed to get anything working here. So I think we're just going to end it a little bit early tonight. All right, so we'll just do a quick recap. So after investigating the rodents of unusual size, you guys have accepted a contract to take out a necromancer, or investigate necromancy taking place far to the east in a uninvestigated area. And you have been given some rumors of portents of end times. Necromancy is looked upon so foully by the gods that anyone who's even associated with it will be struck down, as you experienced being bitten by these necromantic-infused rats cursed you simply by contact. So, next episode on the Slay Team, you guys are going to go... I'll come up with a good name for the episode. Come up with a good necromantic pun. But that's going to be next time on the Slay Team. And hopefully Holly will be back.
Holly and maybe even Ty.
And maybe even Ty. So we might have 2 more players, which means that you guys will be fighting way more harder things. And you will also probably not be getting chewed up so much because you'll actually have a healer. And I hope everyone had a good time. And
Yeah, we gotta do a round table.
Val is just going to do a quick round table here. And I'm going to go step out of this room because it is warm in here.
You can go sit with Jacob.
All right.
And do it on there. Okay, fam. I, for one, had a fun time. Felt a little... I know we're kind of a little rushed there in the start, but we had so many technical difficulties, it was a little difficult. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and go around to see how everybody did, where we can find... You guys can self-promote, tell us where you can get found on the internets and all that stuff. And we're gonna go ahead and start with Andy. Andy, how much fun did you have today, friend?
Oh, I had quite a bit of fun. I've been looking forward to playing Victor for a while now. My first time actually using a sorcerer, and I hope he gets better aim as we go on. Oh, but it is so nice because he's got so many mad scientist inspirations, and I think I got to go through half of them in this episode alone.
Excellent, excellent. And where can we find you on the internet, friend? Go ahead and link in chat and all that goodness.
Well, I'm going to link my Twitter, but I am also found on YouTube at The Warp Films. You can find, like I said, just go to Twitter and you can track down everywhere else I show up online.
Excellent, awesome. And Jammy, how was this for you, friend?
It's pretty fun. I had a lot of fun playing Yelesh. I was probably going to do a voice for him, but I decided at the last minute I was a little too tired tonight. So maybe next time I play him, I'll have a little fun voice to give him. He's supposed to be like kind of a New Yorker, like a greaser kind of character. In my mind, he's like the Fonz. So I want that to come across more. So next time I want to role play him up a little bit more. But other than that, like I just really liked. I really liked that we did get straight into some combat because I love his build and I wanted to kick some ass with it, and we got to do that, and that was fun.
Yeah. I have to say that was a fun fight. That was a super fun fight. And where can we find you on the internet, friend?
Nowhere really. I'm pretty elusive right now. I might start streaming in the near future again. I used to, but if I do, I'll let you guys know.
Yeah. Okay. And then of course Jacob, Needleless, part of our mod squad. How was your technically your second Twitch stream if you count Extra Life?
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for having me on. I had a lot of fun playing Teamer, and the Mystic class is pretty interesting, shooting mind bullets and telekinesis and all that fun stuff. So I'm looking forward to playing him some more.
Sweet. And is there any social links that you'd like to share on the internets? You can share them. Go ahead and chat and talk about them if you want.
Find me on Twitch on my username is Middleist, MITTALUST. So yeah, but I don't stream too much. Just catch me on this stream.
And if Nick is there, Nick, how are you, Dungeon Master?
I'm doing very well. I had fun despite all the technical difficulties. So next time we're going to do a little bit more planning and hopefully get things set up properly.
Yeah.
I'm going to try some things with the internet, so hopefully nothing gets destroyed this time. Hopefully my laptop won't catch on fire again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find me pretty much here. Occasionally I do stream at Slowpool. Other than that, I work full-time, so not on the internet nearly as much as I'd like to be. But yeah, and we'll come up with a name for the next group, and it's going to be a horrible undead pun, and yeah, thank you everyone so much for coming and playing. It was a blast.
Alright, and of course, I am your host, Valdranth, and I always have a great time. I want to thank Jammy and Sinister Steel and myself for those subs. Like, I just threw my Twitch money back at me and actually lost a little bit, but it was totally worth it for all of the orc shit to get set on fire. Like, let's be real. Like, totally worth it. I was like, man, I can't, like, put bits on my own channel. I was like, oh, I can gift a sub to someone. Like, but yeah, you guys can find me here. Despite the fact that I did start my adult job, I am still planning on streaming at least 3 days a week. You can, of course, every other Monday we're going to be here at the Slay Team. You can catch us every other Saturday on Dragonstone, where I am the Dungeon Master. In fact, we'll be there this Sunday, and I don't know, I think I'm going to pop up Wednesday and Thursday and play some Doki Doki Literature Club. So, either that or the gay furry one. I think that one might be pretty great.
Not my hatful boyfriend.
That one's pretty good too. But I want to thank everyone for coming and participating. It was a great time, and we will Everybody wave goodbye. Bye.